Well, here we are. The reason you got your ass out of bed in the first place. The spark, the catalyst, the tingle in the back of your neck, the unrelenting voice that whispers, if not now. But before we get into all that, let's go back, because this isn't where the adventure started. And it certainly is not where it ends.
The alarm goes off. It's pitch black. The first few steps are the hardest part. You want your coffee all set, you want your cup all set. Just nothing can interfere with your path. So we'd go to great extents to just have everything ready. It's like a whole different world exists in the middle of the night. There was no beta on it. It was just definitely voodoo. And so there wasn't like a lot of competition to do it. It was actually hard to find people that would want to go out and dawn patrol.
Okay, let's pause and rewind here for a second. First off, what the hell is Dawn Patrol? Initially a military term used to describe pre-dawn patrols of infantry and aircraft alike, it will later be adopted by climbers and surfers as the preferred technique for attacking huge mountain objectives or empty glassy lineups, rather than warring nations. It would also go on to title at least 3 different Hollywood films of varying quality.
I don't care, I won't do it. Those are the orders! Now get out!
Until it was eventually coined as the method of choice for charging up mountains to go skiing, hours before folks with good sense, and the sun, had even thought about rising. That coining was done by these guys. And who are these guys? On the right, Alex Lowe, nicknamed The Fiend on account of... yeah, you get the idea. On the left, Andrew McLean, steep skiing pioneer of the Wasatch, literally wrote the book on backcountry objectives in the area, co-inventor of the term Dawn Patrol, early selfie adopter, and potential pioneer of the now infamous tip shot.
Honored. Yeah, it's very honored. I can see why they're popular.
Groundbreaking stuff, McLean. Truly groundbreaking.
It wasn't really like a sense of pioneering. It was more just this great resource of unskied stuff. Dude, there's nobody out here. One of the first ones, that's going to take like 8 hours. Work started at BD at 8 o'clock. Well, the worst that's going to happen is I'll be late for work. But Alex is working here too. Went up there and it was like, that was actually really fast. If we could do this one, then, we could do all these other ones. It's just like, wow. It rapidly developed. Are you guys going up Superior? Like, no, we just tagged it. I was like, what? How'd you do that? I've been up since 2. The idea is to do it before work, get style points for that. And luckily, the Black Diamond crew tended to be kind of derelicts. There were a lot of people who were game to go out and do it. There's some sandbagging. If you were actually out testing gear, then you could come in at like 10. Because that was work.
Oh, man down!
Yeah, it's come a long ways. Nowadays it's almost like a skill. If you have a background of dawn patrolling where you're not, totally freaked out by waking up at 2 in the morning and getting your act together, it's kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to do this.
What started as a bad idea among good friends has, escalated since then. Earlier mornings, not for bravado's sake, but to get you out that much further. Lighter gear, not to count grams, but to achieve bigger objectives. Or hell, maybe just to sneak one in before you have to clock in. while I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a way of life or some divine philosophical way to approach the world, there is something to be said for having a little extra daylight to burn. Whatever the why of it all, it isn't just a niche bunch of Wasatch powder addicts partaking anymore.
I never thought it would catch on. When I see people doing it, I'm fully psyched. I was like, yeah.
Incroyable.
Yes!
I know that it just meant a lot to me. It's more like a camaraderie.
Bon ben voilà, on est en pleine mer. On a 2 pilotes de l'extrême.
So wherever, however, and whyever you choose to wipe that sleep out of your eyes, this feeling right here is for those who rise.